All right, today we're fishing up at Beltzville. This is the end of December, it's right before Christmas. We had a lot of rain last week. Over the weekend, I think we had 3 or so inches of rain Sunday into Monday night. Is now, I believe, Wednesday. So a couple days, you can see the water is way high. It's up, well, they pulled the docks out earlier this year, but it's over the railing there where it would normally be. This whole backwater, there's a sidewalk here. All this is completely flooded. But the good news, the water's still clear. It didn't get all muddy, so I think that's gonna help us. I'll be interested. Maybe we can get a really shallow water bite. Maybe they got up into some of these bushes or something like that, especially with this sun out today. It'll heat some of that areas up. We'll get in the water. I'll let you know the water temperature, but we're gonna kind of play around and see what happens. This place, it gets me a lot of times in the winter, so I don't have super high expectations, but maybe I can finally dial it in, get it figured out, and see what happens. A little icy. A little hockey out here. Look at that too. Really, I've never been up here when the water's really high and flooded. You can see it's back in the bushes. Kind of like to do this if it was in the spring. If I could flip all that stuff, have a pile of those fish up in there. Let's see, we got the boat all set up, ready to go. Luckily, without the docks, I got that MegaWare keel guard on there. You can just park it right on the boat ramp. You don't have to worry about banging up the bottom of your boat. Super protective. So let's get out there, see what happens. You can see it's up in the bushes. I'd say it's probably 2.5, 3 foot high, something like that, the water. But it's still clear, so that's a plus. You can really see in there. I think you'll be able to see, but I'm just kind of trolling down the bank now. Started out deep. There's some bait out 70 foot. Didn't catch anything really around it. See a whole lot around it, so I'll just go buzz down the bank right now to see maybe if anything moved up with that rain. I haven't seen anything take off yet, but the water is almost 47 degrees still, so it's not that cold. Like they could easily be up in these shallows still. And when you get a big rain like this, it doesn't really matter the time of the year. It'll sometimes slide them up. So I just wanted to go peek around, see what everything looks like, kind of keep bouncing around here and there. I'll show you some stuff maybe on the Lowrance and kind of some baits that I'm using, and we'll keep going from there. But I'll keep you posted. But working my way towards the back of this creek. I want to see if it gets muddy back here too. I'll be curious to see what that looks like. But man, I wish it was spring. There would be fish all over this shallow cover. All right, a little update. It's been tough. I have not really figured anything out yet, but I did break down and broke out the micro Finesse. I found a lot of yellow or white perch here. I'm gonna catch a couple of these, I think. It's a little Z-Man head. It's a 10th ounce. Got the shad fries on there. That seems to be a color. They like that thing, but there's a pile of them. I'll show you and flip you around here in a second. On the live scope, you can see them on Lowrance active target down there. There's a million of them, so we'll play with these for a little bit, give us a little bit of entertainment, then get back to bassing. All right, so all those dots out there, see them all? They're pretty much everywhere. There's some below us. They are all white perch. They're just kind of grouped up. Oh, is this like 15 foot? If you can go anywhere that had old hydrilla, that's pretty much where they're at. There's a couple bigger fish mixed in around them too. I'll play around a little bit and see if I can't get anything, but you can see there's just thousands of them down here. Yeah, give me something to do. It's still cold out. Water's 47.5, so it has warmed up a hair, but let's see what happens. And Hayabusa is doing an awesome deal on all their hooks. Use the code GRAY30HOLIDAY. I'm going to put it in the comments below, and that's going to save you 30% off all the hooks on Hayabusa's website. Specifically, one of my favorites is taking the TBL 930s, and I put them on a steel shad here. I use a size 6 on the back and a size 8 on the front. Why I do this is so they don't hang up on each other, catch each other, and when that happens, you're able to get this bait down, fish it more effectively. And in this cold water, these round bends are great. They stick to every fish that come anywhere near it. So make sure you check out the Hayabusa and steel shad combo for on your next fishing trip. All right, I'm still out here about 2 o'clock. It has been tough. As I worked my way up towards like the power lines, the water does get dirty there. There's a basically a line of it, I guess, coming out of the two creeks. Excuse me. That are just all over out there. Like it's a really thick wall of it. The bait, and there's also, I think there's striper down there. I was chasing around with the live scope, couldn't get any of them to eat, but some really big fish that are kind of schooled up out there, but I couldn't get them to go, like I'm saying. Now I'm back out here. I'm idling a little bit more, trying to see what else is going on. I'm gonna flip you around. We'll do a little idling here, show you on the Lowrance what some things look like. I found some fish. It's just they're not biting. I don't know if it's a day or what, but we're gonna keep going, and I'll show you this. We'll keep yeah, there we go. All right, so this is hydrilla. It's the grass that was growing during the summer. That's the edge. Over here some more. This is a little creek channel, drops off. There's some stumps right in there. That's a good looking little area. You would think that'd be a spot that they would want to kind of group up on. We're gonna kind of just keep looking though and see what happens. In that hydrilla up shallower, I can even take you up in there. If you get in that, say, 8 to 15 foot range where that stuff really is set up, there's a bunch of white perch, some bluegill, I think some of them are. There's a lot of fish up shallow. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the bass are around them at all, which obviously isn't going to do us any good. But here again, you can see that's the edge of the hydrilla. Then there's an edge that's hard, and then it drops off again to the deep water. That's going out to like that main creek channel, that sort of thing. So we're going to kind of keep riding around a little bit, look around, see if we can't find anything grouped up. I don't know how much longer I'm going to give it. It's starting to get cold now that the sun went away. If I was lighting them up, I would probably stick it out, but we'll give it a little bit longer. I'll do another one of these another time too when the fish are biting, but figured if I'm here, might as well show you the good days and the bad. There's unfortunately both of them, especially when you come to this lake. It's definitely not the easiest place to fish in the world. So I'll keep you tuned in if anything else happened. Otherwise, I'll give you a recap on the drive home. One other thing I forgot to mention, the bait. It's all between about 50 and 80 foot. You can see there's a whole pile of it right there. I've live scoped around some of it. Haven't really seen many fish on it, but that might help clue you in a little bit to something. I'm sure those fish aren't far from it. It's just a matter of finding them. So just wanted to share. All right, I made it back from Beltzville, and I want to show you a couple things I was using today. Not that I got caught them. Like I said, it was tough. I ended up actually spending the last little bit just idling around. Kind of did another section of the lake looking on my graph where I had really never spent much time. So that was worthwhile. I found a road bed that I didn't know about, a couple other hard spots, some offshore stumps, and a couple things like that. So that was cool. It was worthwhile for that at least. But show you the couple baits I was using. Like I said earlier, this is what I caught those white perch on. It's that shad fries. This is a new head they came out with from Z-Man the other day. I honestly don't even remember the name of it, but it's a good little bait. The shad fries and fire truce, really, it works well. It's catch perch, bluegill. I catch a little bit of everything. I even catch bass on it, actually, a lot of times. I'll use it in blue glimmer when it's a little more of a shady color. That one works really well when the bass are eating really small bait, so that's something worth checking out. So I wanted to show you that. Then let me show you the other couple baits I was throwing. Not that I had, like I said, much success with, or I didn't have any success with them, but the other things I was throwing out there, this is that steel shad blade bait, really good when it's cold out. I got Hayabusas on there. I put a size 6 on the back and a size 8 on the front. That's my way of keeping them from getting tangled up together, and it seems like that does a good job. I throw this on a bait caster. This is that heavy series as well. So if you're looking at it, I think it's a 3/8 or half. Let's see what else we got then. I always have this tied on. This is a Buckeye Lures. This is the ball and out jig. This one here, just I trimmed that a little bit. That trailer is kind of a little rough. I didn't have the sharpest scissors today, but I'm throwing that on 20-pound line. Green pumpkin, nothing crazy, just dragging that along those hard spots. And then last but not least is the Ned. This is that football Ned. I catch them on it up there year round with this guy. That's a 3/16 ounce. It's a green pumpkin goby. It's the color. It's a good little deal. It comes across a lot of rock really well, and that's what I like to use. So going to be using those baits again. I don't know if I'm going to go back up there next week. It looks like we got a couple warm days. Might make a trip up to New York. We'll see. You have to stay tuned. If I go up anywhere or wherever I go fishing, maybe I'll make a video for you guys and let you check it out. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great Christmas coming up here, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. All right, see ya.